Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Cheyenne. I'm the mom to 4 beautiful babies. I wish that I could say that we post videos every day or every Wednesday, but life is kind of crazy and I'm just not that consistent. But if you're following me on my Instagram, and if you're not, I will leave a link down below, so you should. If you are, you know that we taught Willow sign language. And that is probably the #1 question that I get asked is, when did you start? How did you start? What signs did you teach her? And stuff like that. So I thought that I would just make this video so I can give you guys a reference, and hopefully it helps you and you can incorporate this into your guys' lives. So I don't really see any cons to teaching your child sign language. I know some people's concerns were that their child would steer away from verbalizing these words and only do the signs. I can reassure you, with our experience, I'm sure everybody else's experiences are different, but in my experience, Willow, she's now doing the signs and saying the words with the signs. Hopefully that reassures you and you guys can not be worried about that. The main reason that we wanted to teach her sign language is to help both of us better communicate with each other. When I say both of us, I mean Willow and myself, or my husband. I think as a child it can be very frustrating trying to get your wants and needs across, because you guys are pretty much speaking different languages at this point. Your child could be trying to tell you something and you don't understand it, and then you could be trying to tell your child something and they're not understanding you. So I think sign language is kind of a great tool to have to help each other communicate. So we started teaching sign language around when Willow was 6 months. I don't think that you can teach it too early, and I don't think it's ever too late to start. We really started trying when we introduced solids. I found that we were using a lot more signs, and you just had way more opportunities to start teaching signs. The very first sign that we ever taught her was milk. So you kind of make fists like this. Makes it kind of look like you're milking a cow. So whenever I would nurse her, I would lay her down on my lap and I'd say, "Do you want some milk?" "You want milk?" And I think it's also really important to verbalize the word as you're doing the sign, and that will kind of help your child to learn the sign but also learn the word with it. I think Willow, like I said, we started teaching her that around 6 months, and I think she learned it around 10 months, maybe even a little bit before. We always would do the signs, and it can seem really redundant and you can seem kind of silly saying it so many times over and over, but eventually they catch on and they learn. The next sign that we taught was more. So you take your fingers, put them all together like this, and you tap them together. More.
More. Say, more. More. Good job.
We used this one a lot when she was starting solids. We started her off on purees, and that again helped us to communicate with each other. I think it's important to teach them how to communicate if they do want more food, so you're not just like forcing them to eat more food, if that makes sense. So continuing on with more of the food themed signs, another one that we taught her was eat. So again, you take all of your fingers together and you tap it against your mouth and say eat. She uses this one a lot. Like sometimes she'll just wake up and say eat. Like she's always hungry. That girl eats so much.
Hi. Eat. Okay.
So I think that's been super helpful to have. So when she's whining and I'm not really sure what she needs, if she's just cranky, if she needs her diaper changed, anything like that, she can tell me, "Hey, I'm hungry." Another good sign is drink. This is one that she's kind of made her own sign for, and I love it. I don't think that her doing the sign incorrectly is bad. I think as long as you guys are communicating and that's what the sign is for, and you know what she's saying and she knows that you know then it works out. So the sign for drink, you take an imaginary cup and go like this, drink. Willow takes her cup and puts it on top of her head.
Say drink. Drink. Good job.
I love it. I think it's cute that she has her own interpretation and we know what we're trying to say to each other. Another sign that she's kind of made her own sign for is please. So with please, you take your palm. Side note, if I'm doing any of these wrong, please correct me down below. I'm not an expert on sign language. This is just what I have learned. So for please, you take your palm and you rub it against your chest. Please. So for please, instead of putting it on her chest, she goes please and does it across her face.
Can you say milk? Can you say please? Please. Good job, baby.
I think it's so cute, and she's done it like that ever since. Even though I do please on my chest, she does it on her face, and it's just cute. Another one we have taught her is thank you. Thank you. You again get your palm, put it to your chin and bring it out. Thank you. She doesn't use this one as much as I would like her to, but that's okay. I still tell her thank you. If I ask her to do something and she does it, I always tell her thank you. If she's sharing her toys with me, I say thank you. There's a lot of different scenarios that you can use signs. Two super basic ones are yes and no. Obviously you can nod or shake your head, but the sign for them, for yes, you take your fist and you nod it kind of like you would your head. Yes. And for no, you take 3 fingers and tap them together like this. No. I think another super important one is all done. With all done, you raise both of your hands and you turn your wrists, I think either once or twice. I know if you keep saying it, this is like applause, but we do it, I think, twice. We use this for eating. We use this if we're reading books and we say, do you want to read more books? She'll say, no, I'm all done.
You're all done. Did you go potty? No, you didn't. That's okay. You still told mommy you wanted to sit on the potty, huh? You did good. You're all done. Okay, baby.
The next one that we taught her is help. So for help, you have a flat palm, have a thumbs up, and you put your hand like this and raise your hand. So we always say, oh, do you need help? Do you need help with that? I think that one is super important. She's used that one a couple times, and I think she kind of does it like drink. She doesn't use 2 hands, but she also says the word help, so that helps a lot. The last one that we have taught her is bath. So you kind of take 2 thumbs ups and you rub them on your chest like this. So we say, oh, you want to go take a bath? And she'll do it right back, say bath. We give her a bath every night. It's part of our night routine, and I really think it helps get her into the mindset of, okay, we're going to bed now. So bath, we say it every night. 2 more good ones that I think are important to learn that we haven't taught her, but I kind of wish that we would, is sorry. So with sorry, you take your fist and you rub it in a circle on your chest. Sorry. I wish I would have used this with her, and I wish she would learn how to say it to me. I think apologizing in general is an important thing. And lastly is sleep. So I'm pretty sure with sleep, you take your palm and put it up to your face and bring it down into a fist. Sleep. For us, we say night-night. She has made that one up all by herself. Whenever it comes for nap time, we usually let her tell us that she's ready for night-night. But sleep is like that. Okay, I think I said there were 2 more, but this is the last one, I promise. Again, we haven't taught her this one, but I think it's a good sign to learn. So we have milk, but another good one is water. So sign language for W is putting your 3 fingers out. So water, you tap it on your chin. There are a ton of signs that you can teach your kids. There's also mom and dad. There's boy, I'm not sure how to say girl. I'm sure there are plenty of resources out there, but these are just the ones that we have taught and the ones that we have found to be super helpful for our family. I hope that you guys learned something from this. I hope you can start using it if that's something that you guys want to do. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments down below or message me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, all of that jazz, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.